we're going to keep things dry, and we're going to cover all of it. We're going to cover everything. Umbrella. We're talking about umbrellas. I couldn't. Okay, now you're nodding. Your screen froze for a second. You looked really upset. I was like, did I fuck that up? And the answer is yes. But regardless, welcome to HowDoWeHuman. It's the podcast where we overanalyze all of the weird and uncomfortable micro moments in life. I'm one of your hosts, Evan Cox.
I'm one of your hosts, Chris Binning.
Oh, keep patting my shoulders like little shoulder pads. We're talking about umbrellas. I was patting them to make sure they're still dry. And they are, because I have an umbrella called a roof. You heard of it?
I have.
I like to stick little handles for my roof to make me feel like a powerful umbrella-wielding madman.
It is bad luck to open an umbrella indoors, but if all of the indoors is an umbrella,
hey,
what does it matter?
Yeah, open them all you want. See
Yeah.
if I care. It was a big, you had mentioned it before we got started, but it was very hard not to open that by just singing umbrella, Ella, so I just did anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Double the intro.
Double the fun?
Nah, not really. Chris.
Yes.
I gotta ask how you're doing.
I'm doing all right. This is another story from my time in Hawaii.
Woo.
We were doing this little tubing adventure. So on the island of Kauai, they have like an old, like, man-made canal essentially that they used to transport stuff further down the mountain. They would just put it on a little raft essentially and send it down to somebody else who was working further away. But then they stopped using it for that, and they were like, well, what do we do with this man-made canal? And they're like, let's get a bunch of inner tubes and send people down it. So that's what we signed up to do. But everybody meets in like an old warehouse essentially, and then they bus you up to the top of the canal. And on that bus, the tour guide is like, all right, let's all get to know each other. Let's do an icebreaker conversation.
Oh no.
And so I'm going to go around, and you're going to say, your name. Then we're all going to say aloha, person's name. And then you're going to say like, what brings you to the island, essentially, like if you're celebrating anything or whatever. And then if you could have any superpower, what would your superpower be?
I don't like this.
Okay. And if somebody takes, like, once a superpower has been used, it cannot be used again. So you really got to be thinking about this.
All right, improv practice.
Exactly. And so naturally, like, I know that my answer is teleportation. And naturally, the person that goes right before me says teleportation. But that's not the part of this story that I find most interesting. Because, of course, naturally, my mind goes to teleportation, an actual superpower.
Yeah.
Also on this tour bus was a family reunion, multi-generational, from Australia.
Great.
And every single person in this Australian family reunion, and I'm not going to do the accent, but they're all like, my superpower would be the power to bring joy. My superpower would be to end all wars. My superpower would be to make people be nice to animals.
It's not how we do things here in America.
Welcome to America, baby.
Superpowers are supposed to be selfish.
Superpowers are supposed to be selfish and a little bit violent. Okay?
I'd like X-ray vision so I could see you all naked right now. Now I'll be leaving. Oh no! They went around the table doing like, let's give thanks.
Exactly. It was so bizarre because then it's like everybody else that answers the question of like, I'd like the power to fly. I'd like the Force from Star Wars was one of the answers.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, exactly.
Okay, slow down.
Okay, let's not get carried away in the other direction. That's multiple powers, obviously.
I want John Nash's beautiful mind.
But yeah, it was just like it's that one-upsmanship. It's the same thing, but on a greater scale of like when somebody asks how you're doing and you're like, good, how are you? And they go, I'm doing well. Like, this isn't what this is about, you know?
No. That's in general. That's interesting that you have a locked and loaded answer of teleportation. I don't know. I think that's what. Again, that brings me back to like improv practice where something like, oh, let's get to know each other and say one interesting fact about you. I don't know. I don't find myself that interesting.
Yeah.
I don't like telling people anything.
Yeah. I mean, so you don't have a power that you would want, Evan. Is that what you're saying?
I could pick one at random. Let's be Iceman from the X-Men.
Sure.
I can keep everyone's drinks cool.
I like it.
I'm sure that'd be fine.
Yeah. I do like that you clarify, like I'd like ice powers.
Low
so
stakes.
That I could keep everybody's drinks cool.
Low stakes Iceman. Yeah, that's a superhero. Am I right?
Evan.
Huh?
I know I've already asked you a question, but now I want to ask the question, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well. I got something I want to talk about that I'm like, ooh, depending on your experience with them, this could 100% be an episode. But I also might burn the entire episode right this second. I want to talk about farmers markets real quick.
Okay.
Because we went to one. I didn't know there was one. First, what was it, Saturday? I think the first or second Saturday of every month. One of those Saturdays. One of those things that I never remember. Once a month, there's a farmers market up here on this here mountain. And we went, and it was like, oh, wow, we're going to come here once a month. We're going to come here all the time. And the thing about farmers markets, it's like, oh, you're getting, especially in such a small community, it's like, oh, we're getting to know the people around here. Oh, and they're all making stuff, and we're buying it. People farming things, people making crafts. That's nice. Everything also, though, is wildly expensive.
Yes.
I bought some tea for $20.
Whoa.
And fortunately, it's very good. Because there was a chance it just wouldn't be. So basically, as soon as we walk in, there's all these stands. And the stand closest to us is of the farmer variety. You know, farmer's market can mean anything from we farm to, as we found out, I make wind chimes out of forks.
Okay.
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 Okay, tone it down.
What we're doing here.
But the first place we saw, in the first place we went, someone with a bunch of veggies and fruits and stuff they'd grown themselves. And the guy behind the counter was like, hey, try one of these strawberries. I'm like, okay. It's like, these are the sweetest strawberries we've ever had. We don't even know what happened. They're they're so sweet. You won't believe it. You gotta try, please. So I said, okay. I grab a strawberry, take a bite. I'm like, yeah, that is a good strawberry.
$20, please.
And that it's like, there is no discussion of price. It's just like, you just gotta buy a thing of strawberries. That, like, if you're me, I can't get out of that situation.
Sure.
I tried the merchandise, and
Yeah.
it's also not me to just be like, ew, pff, gross. So I'm like, yeah, it was really good. Guess we're getting some strawberries, okay? And we found, and I'd been to the Capitol Hill, Seattle farmers market a bunch because it was across the street from the Walgreens I used to work at, and it's like, you're just walking around and you realize every single person is doing that and going like, hey, and you're not unfriendly.
Hey,
And you wanna
ring
be
my
like,
wind
hi,
chimes made of forks.
100 fucking percent. Check this out. Ding, ding, ding. Okay. Calm down.
Yeah, I know
Crocheted
what
things.
forks sound like when they hit each
Quite
other.
frankly, a noise that with that many forks makes me a little anxious. Back up. But it's just a perfect mix of, like, what a good day. And we will be going back probably every month. But, like, it's such a weird pressure walk because you have to walk past shit that you don't care about. And they're going to say hi. And you have to say hi back. You can't not say hi. And then they got you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like buying a car on a small scale, because it's like, here's a macadamia nut. That's $7 for the one. I don't know. It was a love hate relationship, and in the middle of it, we saw a guy who's our neighbor, who we've only met once, and I waved to him, and he ignored me. And that felt bad. And then we locked eyes, and I was like, hey, and he ignored me. But then we got closer, and it was like, hey. I think he just didn't recognize my girlfriend, who's the friendly one.
Mm.
And I was out of character waving, and that's my mistake. I should fall back in line.
Yeah,
Know your role.
exactly.
And my role in cases sometimes,
Here it comes.
an
Here it
umbrella
comes.
wielding bitch.
Yeah.
Whoosh, click, click.
Do you like an umbrella, Evan? I know we've kind of talked about it since you came from the rainy city of Seattle.
Damn
But
straight.
do you love an umbrella?
I do, and you're not supposed to. The Seattleites hate them, and that's dumb as hell. From childhood, it was very much put on me, don't open umbrellas inside. Which is, again, we did what do you the word that came to mind was circumcisions. Superstitions. Well, we should do an episode on circumcision.
Yeah, you have a lot of stories
I
about
got one. No. We did an episode on superstitions, and it's like, it is funny to me that just, like, as a kid, it's like, oh yeah, my parents did enforce that, like, please don't open umbrellas inside.
Yeah.
Please.
Please.
We can't afford it. It'll ruin us. But I learned, keeping the little Velcro strap around it, the umbrellas that you can just, and it shoots out.
Yes.
That's as
Yes.
fun as life gets.
That's exactly. I was gonna say
Right here with trunk bubbles.
We talked about trunk bubbles last episode as one of the simple joys of life.
Mm-hmm.
And truly, when you have an umbrella that fully, like, with a one button press,
Ugh.
shoots all the way out and open,
Yes.
is so delightful to me.
Yeah, this thing could kill a cow if I put it up to its head. Yeah. I don't know. I think my love And it's not like I don't love umbrellas. And this is actually hey, this is actually interesting. I don't I don't love umbrellas to the degree that I would spend like decent hard earned money on
Right.
like a really nice umbrella, one that's a color I like, one that's got a pattern on it I like, one that's the Captain America symbol. Like I'm not. I will go to a drugstore and buy a $6 black umbrella and keep it until it breaks. And that's
Which is
weird.
usually pretty quick for those
Yeah. I was.
drugstore
I
umbrellas.
feel like I've been blabbing, so I'll ask you the question. But I do want to say, having worked at Walgreens, you got the two, or we had the two trash cans outside, constantly full of broken umbrellas, but just like nonstop. You realize, like, because it's happened to me twice in my life. An umbrella has broken on me via the wind, and that's a terrible fucking feeling. But it's when you're just at a status point with two public trash cans, it's shocking how often umbrellas break on people. And they
Yeah.
just say, fuck it, toss it. Chris, you
Yes.
an umbrella boy?
No. But I mean, so I've always also had the very small portable
Mhm.
umbrellas that really get compact.
Yeah.
But then also like don't they're usually not the one button and expand. They're usually
Mm.
like you've got to help them along. Um
Oh.
and I don't enjoy that. But
That seems
I
hard.
posted on our social media asking if anybody had any umbrella thoughts or stories, and we did get one that definitely ties into why I'm
Mm.
not a super big umbrella person.
Okay.
Um, this is from hand.heartnet on Instagram, who just remarks that umbrellas are so inconvenient to have on hand.
True.
And I think that that is like a major problem with it. I always have one of those small umbrellas in my car,
Same.
but I
Usually.
never remember to use it.
Yeah.
Um and then it's like if I do remember, I take it out of the car and I, walk into the store or wherever I'm going. And then I just like have this wet umbrella with me
Yeah.
that I have to fold down and carry around with me until it's time to go back outside. And like I don't want to do that.
The problem here is society, not umbrellas. We are no longer an umbrella society because, and I've seen it. Hotels have them all. I mean, hotels, they don't do the thing I love. If you're a guest there, they'll just have hotels, or they'll have umbrellas by the door, a
Yeah.
little bucket, and you can just grab an umbrella if you need it and go. But stores and stuff like that would have just a little bucket to put your wet umbrella in, and then you pick it up on your way out. It's a trust system, and that rules. I don't know. I want to live in a world where everyone's good with umbrellas, and the world is made for me.
I'm glad you bring up hotels
Thank
because
you.
this segues into why I wanted to do this
Who
episode.
knew?
We're in Hawaii, a tropical climate.
Mm.
In fact, on the island of Kauai, there is let me pull up the name of it. Mount Wai'ale'ale, and I don't think I pronounced that right.
I think you crushed it.
Um, but it is um often referred to as the wettest spot on Earth,
Oh,
as it was often said by local tour guides. And am I mature enough to handle that fact?
no,
No.
no, no, no.
It's funny to me, and I
100%.
want to make little dumb jokes about it.
Yeah.
But I say that to say that there is a lot of rain on that island, not necessarily for long periods of time. Sometimes it'll rain for like 10 minutes and
Yeah.
then it's fine the rest of the day. But one of the nights we were there, we had dinner reservations at this like kind of fancy hotel restaurant that's like on a koi pond essentially, and
Ooh,
it's just little
sounds
tiny
wet.
bridges room to room, and then the koi fish are swimming all around you.
Nice.
And so it was raining hard that day for an extended period of time. The hotel that we were staying at had umbrellas in the room. Two umbrellas in the
Yeah.
room. We grabbed one, and yeah, it's one of those press a button and it fully expands. Delightful.
Love it.
Love it. Am giddy like a little school child. We get into our car, we drive over to this restaurant. We walk to the back of the hotel to where the restaurant is. And at the front, there's there's a stand that has this hotel's umbrellas in it. And then there's another little section of other umbrellas.
Mm.
And, I close my umbrella and I put it down towards the back of all of these other non-hotel umbrellas.
Yeah.
We eat our meal, and then it's time to leave. And we go back, and wouldn't you know it, but our umbrella is gone.
Yeah.
This pisses me off.
But to be clear, yours was a hotel umbrella.
From a different hotel.
Different. Okay.
And so our hotel's umbrella was all black. This hotel's umbrella it was like a alternating pattern of red and white.
That is different. That's a problem. Now it feels like the hotel's going to come for you.
Totally. And it also not only is the hotel going to come for us for losing their umbrella, but also who stole this umbrella? How did you not realize that it was different? Because it was in a separate place from the hotel umbrellas. So it was somebody who brought in their own umbrella.
Yeah.
And then left with my umbrella, which, I mean, there were other all black umbrellas, so I would have to assume it's one of them. But, this is how I knew, because I thought I had ours, and I went to open it, and I was like, this is not a one-button umbrella.
Yeah.
So how did somebody grab their umbrella, then have the rush of experience of opening it in one fell swoop and being like, this isn't how I got to this restaurant with this incredible transcendent experience.
Yeah. But they experienced it and they didn't want to let it go.
It's true. But then, now we're in the awkward position of do we take somebody else's umbrella? Because we have to now, it's one thing to get from the restaurant to back into the hotel and take one of the hotel's umbrellas, whatever. But we have to get from the hotel to the parking lot to our car.
Yeah.
And now it's whose umbrella are we going to take?
Damn.
What do you do in that situation, Evan?
The best instinct, which is what I'm going to have to go off of, as if I were there in the restaurant. My instinct, assuming there still were some, was to take one of the other hotel umbrellas. Because those, they're all the same, I'm assuming. The individual person, it's just going to be whoever leaves last is going to be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then you avoid taking someone's personal umbrella, whether they care about it or not. But that's a bad situation. I hate that.
Yeah.
Oh. And I've been in a Hawaiian downpour, and it's a lot of water. I've been in one without an umbrella, and it was wet.
Yeah. And that was the call that I decided to make. Right. Was I don't want we must have done something wrong to now end up in this situation without an umbrella. And we have to face the consequences. I don't want that person who leaves last to face the consequences.
Yeah.
This is our fault for somebody else being so clueless and careless. Really, it was, I blame myself for not bringing that wet umbrella with us to the table. There was no good place to keep it at the table. Yeah. But if we had, we would have an umbrella right now.
It's true.
That was so because I felt that self-imposed failure, I was like, we got to walk out in the rain.
It's gonna happen.
We messed up. By we, I mean I.
You married into this.
And by I mean somebody else fucked us over.
This is what we do now. There's an umbrella imbalance in the world now, and we can never use one again.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, there's no... the only other options... Go talk to the manager of the restaurant. Ask to see the cameras. Or just run out in the rain and say, "Where are you?"
Yeah.
I know you're out there.
I should have asked to see the camera footage.
It'd be funny. And we would show it on the podcast if we
Absolutely.
If they're just like really like looking around.
You watch them extend and watch the delight rush over their face.
Yeah.
Jackpot!
It's one of the good ones. Well, it sounds like you did the hard thing, and you got wet.
Absolutely.
That was a tough call.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you have any thoughts about little umbrellas and tropical drinks? Are you like, this is so fun? Or are you like, get this shit out of here?
I like most drinks that would come with a tropical umbrella. I don't need them. It feels wasteful, and I'm not having fun with them. Now, if it came with a real umbrella,
with a full-size umbrella
hooked onto the glass, I could be into that. Start a little side hustle selling umbrellas on the beach. Yeah, no, tiny umbrellas. It's cute, but I think across the board, I don't need any extra dressing on my. And this is an unpopular opinion, but I feel the same way about Bloody Marys. I love a Bloody Mary. I don't need like a slider and a bacon and nonsense on top of it. I'm not impressed. That don't impress me.
Know. That's my wife is the same way. Loves a Bloody Mary, but like get rid of all this extra shit. Like
if I wanted a slider, I'd have ordered a slider. And now I do want a slider. I'm fucking hungry.
Yeah, I know. I'm hungry too.
Oh shit, we fucked up. Do we want to get to I told you I had some multimedia.
You did, and I forgot about it. So just share away.
All right. This came...
Is this going to be more Kangaroos of Virtue or Warriors of Virtue?
I wish it was just called Kangaroos of Virtue. No, I should have brought some more Warriors of Virtue content, but I didn't have any. No, this is umbrella related, baby. This came onto my feed, as some say. A matter of days ago. I looked it up. This video came out a month ago.
Okay.
Of our favorite young starlet, 11 herself, Millie Bobby Brown. Which just occurred to me when I was looking this up that she has the name Bobby Brown in her name. Like, you don't need the Bobby. You could just be Millie Brown. Don't need to summon that ghoul. Anyways, Millie Bobby Brown was being interviewed and was asked about something that gives her the ick about guys.
Okay.
Here's the audio.
To discover that your biggest ick is men holding umbrellas.
There's something about it that just feels really pathetic. I tried to get on board with it. I did try. And you know what? I have a new one.
Go.
Okay, that's basically that. She talks about her fiance getting a nosebleed and being like, pathetic.
Yeah, I mean, look,
I don't like
it's
this.
going to be difficult for me to get around this multimedia clip without expressing my disdain for Millie Bobby Brown.
It's impressive how fast she was able to turn from like everyone loves her to just like I'm not crazy about this person.
Yeah, I mean, it was
Seems like a bad person.
yeah, it was because there's that other interview clip, presumably from the same press tour,
My.
where she's like, "Yeah, no, I'm a Karen. I asked to speak to the manager because people need to know that they're doing bad jobs. I like to leave Yelp reviews shitting on businesses.
Yeah,
It's like, don't do that. Just start a podcast
Yeah.
that like a handful of people listen to and talk about shitty small businesses there.
exactly. That's the way to do it.
But yeah, I mean, I do think that her performance in the first season of Stranger Things is so good, and she doesn't talk very much, and so she was like, "Hey, let me make up for lost time." Remember when you all liked me for that part where I didn't speak very much? Let me speak a lot.
I got things to say.
Yeah, I mean, saying you are disgusted by your fiance having a nosebleed is insane.
Do you want to hear the rest of the clip? It's just another like 20 seconds.
I do.
Go on.
This morning, I was on a flight with my fiance, and he got a nosebleed, and I got the ick.
It's so cruel.
Do you know why? One, because he just got a nosebleed, like at the most inconvenient time. We just landed, the seatbelt sign was still on. He's doing an 11. I'm like, calm down. Two, he's acting as if it's painful.
Bless him.
And I'm like, it's not painful. And he's like, And I'm like, it's not painful though. It's not painful.
I do it professionally.
It's giving ick. And that's my new one.
All right. Number one, to that fiance, it's not too late.
It's not.
But anyway, yeah, that was.
Did it give you the ick?
It did, and I
do.
And
not
here's
like that term.
I hate that term as well, but I'm trying to figure out the interviewer. That's really like what I'm bumping on the most in this clip, because like I know that Millie Bobby Brown has a huge ego problem, but but this interviewer, he waffles back and forth.
Yep.
And I can't tell where his true allegiances lie.
Yeah, he just kind of like giggling along with it and going, that's so terrible.
Well, okay, but it starts with like, oh, I feel bad for your fiance having this nosebleed. And then he kind of switches up on it.
Jumps on board.
And makes the remark that, like, on Stranger Things, the character of 11 has a nosebleed often. But to say that, like, oh yeah, you get nosebleeds professionally. It's like, hey man, she's not having real nosebleeds in all of these episodes of Stranger Things.
That would be a weird bombshell to find out.
Yeah. The Duffer Brothers have been forcing this child to get a nosebleed for years.
It's electromagnetic pulses.
Yeah. It's effects. Anyway. To go back to her main point of she hates to see a man with an umbrella.
Yeah.
Like I do think that there are, in media, you see Mary Poppins, you see Princess Peach, two of our most famous umbrella holders. And, those are not especially masculine characters. So I understand, in a sense, like traditionally associating an umbrella or a parasol with women instead of with men.
Yeah.
But also, hey, maybe he doesn't want to get fucking drenched outside.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
That's strong.
Yeah.
I'm soaked. My socks are wet.
It's like when you see guys outside in like freezing weather and they're wearing basketball shorts.
Yeah.
It's like, hey man, you can put on some jeans, or you can wear some pants.
It's
man.
fine.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. We still love you.
It did collectively feel a bit like Gene Kelly Eraser. Gene Kelly, our manliest man, from Singing in the Rain.
Sure.
Dancing around with that umbrella. That's
also
me.
Colin Firth in The Kingsman.
Oh, I never saw it.
Although his is more like
a weapon?
Of a weapon than a thing to keep dry.
Would you carry an umbrella if it were a weapon?
100%
Okay.
I would.
I thought so.
I think that every state should be open carry for weaponized umbrellas.
I think it should be concealed carry. Can't have it out unless you need to use it. It does make me wonder, though. Not wonder, but just think. Do I just go all in and just say, fuck you, Millie Bobby Brown? I'm going to be full umbrella guy.
Double fisting umbrellas. Two of them up.
No, just like...
And the umbrella hat.
Just like a full-sized umbrella. A Singing in the Rain umbrella. Full, like, bamboo handle. Big-ass thing. Because these ones that pop out that are fun... The ones I buy at the drugstore, they cover about this. But you can get an umbrella that's like a literal roof over your head. And wouldn't that be nice? I could just keep that in my car. I don't know. Maybe I need to commit more and help out the umbrella industry.
I think. How do
you think umbrella industry is doing right now?
I'm sure millennials have killed the umbrella industry. But maybe it's up to us to bring it back.
How's the umbrella industry? Is that a thing you can Google? The umbrella industry has shown steady growth in recent years, with increasing revenues and profitability. The industry is highly competitive, with players competing on factors such as product design, quality, and price.
Nice. You mentioned, like, is that a thing you can Google? And I have noticed, like, I do Google things in a way that really throws it back to Ask Jeeves times. Yes. Where, like, I'm full on. Like, I've gotten to that point in my elderly nature.
Do you think Yeah, Ask Jeeves always got me, like, and I do still just Google shit in full sentences. They could be fragmented sentences, but yeah, I'm a bit of a chaos agent on the search engine.
Yeah, yesterday I Googled because I was thinking about, doing a video essay.
Ooh.
Sorry, I'm distracted with something here, and I'm going to show you what I'm distracted with as soon as I get it sorted. But
is it a gnome named Norm kissing a woman? Because I don't want to see it.
It's not. But anyway, I did fully ask, like, why isn't it fun to talk about movies anymore?
Yeah.
It was my Google search yesterday.
That's a great Google search. I love that.
Do you think Millie Bobby Brown has the ick because somebody's holding an umbrella over her? This was because I wondered this. I know that this is like, a bodyguard or part of her team or something. Yeah. But I did wonder, like, would her if her fiance was holding an umbrella over her, would that be
acceptable? Also, wasn't she
okay?
Like,
would you be okay with that?
Wasn't she out there flipping umbrellas around as in Nola Holmes? Or did I make that up?
Oh, I don't know.
I never saw the movie.
Holmes.
Look at the trailer sheet.
I did, and I don't remember.
Was fighting with an umbrella.
Did Enola Holmes have an umbrella? I mean, there's her, and it looks like like she's holding one on set, but not necessarily as like.
I might have made this up. Maybe Robert
a
Downey
prop.
Jr.
I don't
fights
know.
with an umbrella. That does feel like a Guy Ritchie thing. Not to bring him back up.
It does feel like a Guy Ritchie thing. And of course, a Matthew Vaughn thing as well with the Kingsman. But yeah, I think it is up to us to really reclaim umbrellas. Should this be our new business? I know we don't run businesses anymore, Evan, but umbrellas for men, should that be our new business?
Speaking of unnecessarily gendering things, I just noticed because I when I got my CPAP machine, they gave me the 2 types of mask to try out, one over the face and
one blue and one pink.
Well, basically, I didn't realize one in the nose, 2 in the nose.
You and I were both trying to figure out a way to get there. And, you landed it quick.
You get what I mean. A nose one, a face mask. And I was going to try the nose one again because the face mask is so fucking cumbersome, but it works. And when I found the box for the nose one, it was like CPAP for her. And it's like it's just that the band around
First
the
of
head
all,
is purple.
Why would you not call it a sheepap? That makes no sense. Why you would pass that pun up?
Sheepap is solid. Yeah, it's just a purple headband, and hey, I love purple, so. I like purple and I like umbrellas. Fucking come at me, Millie. Mildred. I do want to talk about another accessory, not to get too far off.
Please.
But especially in terms, I'd say women will still wear them. But when's the last time you saw a guy wearing rain boots? Can I walk around in rain boots with an umbrella and a slicker? And not look like a fool?
It has been a long time since I've seen either of those accessories, the slicker or the rain boots.
But how nice would it be to just be like completely dry all the time? It sounds lovely.
Yeah. I think you should go for it.
I'm going to restaurants dressed as the Gordon Fisherman.
Yeah, as you should. I think that this would be a good look for you.
Yeah. I've never set foot in a rain boot.
I don't think I have either.
Maybe
and I don't think I've ever worn a slicker.
No. Although, when I was a young man, I'd say between 10 and 13, I did have a raincoat that was that kind of plasticky material.
Yeah.
That was nice. It wasn't like a full body one, but
right.
Hey,
More of a poncho.
I gotta invest in rain gear. Ooh,
yeah.
That's a store. Santa's rain gear. Christmas themed.
Ooh,
umbrellas and rain boots.
Yeah, I mean there is of course the Santa's Village near where you live. So maybe we can partner with them and open a Santa's rain gear shop.
I like it. It.
It's good. It's good.
It's definitely good.
Yeah.
Not to double all the way back, but have you had an umbrella break on you in use?
I don't know if I've had it break in use. Like the wind has broken it. I think it's broken at some point when I've tried to open it or close it maybe, but I think more when I've tried to open it, some like one of the little plastic tabs that holds it in place is broken. Which is frustrating too, because that's like the smallest part of an umbrella, and you would think that you could replace it since everything else still works on it. But no, that's been my only umbrella breaking experience.
Umbrellas might be like the biggest, like the largest thing that I can think of that are just not designed to ever be fixed. Like, second it breaks, you're supposed to just toss it in that Walgreens trash.
Yep. Throw it in the ocean.
That's crazy to me. I would always try to keep mine going as long as I can. Pop it back, stretch the canvas back over, or whatever it's made of, over the little pokey thing. But yeah, you definitely get the feeling you're not supposed to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I did find something interesting in my brief market research for the umbrella industry. And that, again, taking us back to that lovely island of Japan, where it is very common to use an umbrella to guard yourself from the sun. So that was brought up in this little market research blurb I just read, that as people are getting, which is its own thing, people are getting more aware of the dangers of UV light. Like, what do you mean more aware? We're like, I don't know. I feel like I've been, and maybe that's just me. I feel like me and everyone I know has been very aware that that's bad for you.
Yes.
From childhood forward.
Yeah.
But I guess people are becoming more aware of it and more willing to use an umbrella to shade themselves from the sun. How do you feel about a sunbrella?
Honestly, the sunbrella gives me a bit of the ick.
It gives me the it's giving ick.
It's giving ick.
It's giving ick in it. It's me, Enola.
Pathetic.
Pathetic. I'm Enola Holmes. Okay, make your nose bleed and hurt.
How much of this is unrelated? It's unfortunately going back to Millie Bobby Brown, but
we can do an episode on her.
How much of a career do we think she has post Stranger Things? Because of course she's Enola Holmes. She was in the film Damsel, which is what that press tour was from, and she produced it, so she's got a bit of producer energy. It's giving producer. Of course, she was in two of them Godzilla movies.
Two of them?
Not in this new one.
Oh! Yeah, I think her career crashes and burns. That's the vibe I'm getting right now. Real child actor energy, aging out of what people liked about her. But I try not to wish ill will on assholes.
Of course not.
But if this is how she wants to spend her time, I don't know. Complaining about men with umbrellas. Get off my lawn, Millie.
I think like an umbrella, like I do love an umbrella at a table, or an umbrella, like a big umbrella at a beach.
Patio umbrellas. Yeah.
I do like that
big
stuff.
fan.
But as far as walking around with a sun umbrella, I'm not interested. I'll just put on sunscreen.
Yeah. Same. Maybe part of it's just being although the sun is changing behind me and making my face darker. But I'm generally a very pale person, so maybe there's an element of that, of like, I should see some sun sometimes.
Yeah, totally.
It feels sickly to be this pale and to walk outside with an umbrella in the sun, like I have a sun allergy of some sort. Like the kids from the others. It's me in it. It's me, the other. I don't know. Did we do it? Did we pop up an umbrella and cover this topic like I promised?
Yep. An absolutely pathetic episode.
Any thoughts on the song Umbrella? I'm a fan.
I think I'm a fan as well. It's certainly catchy. No one can deny. So in that respect, it's fine.
That and these umbrella stories remind me of my time at Walgreens. Because I believe I'd heard that first Rihanna hit, Ponder Replay, and it was not for me at the time. Not my tempo. Just keep saying that. But I do remember I kept hearing about Umbrella, AA. This is a big song. Oh, we love it. Oh, we love Umbrella. And I heard it at Walgreens, probably like years later, because I'm off the grid. And it's like, oh, okay, I get it. I like this. I like this song. And since then, it's about played for that. I think I enjoy about half of every single Rihanna puts out. And half is just not for me. But hey, work. Worky, work.
That's certainly what we do for this podcast is work. And you can enjoy that work on Spotify, on Amazon Music, on Apple Podcasts, Pocket Cast, HowDoWeHuman.com. Anywhere that you get your podcasts, you can find all of the past episodes of this podcast. Unless you're on Spotify, then some of them are gone.
True.
But you can also listen to all the new episodes that come out every single Monday. You can also rate, review, comment, subscribe, all those wonderful things. We'd love to get some more reviews out there. That helps push us through in algorithms so that more people can see this. And so eventually this episode in particular can get back to Millie Bobby Brown. You can also check us out on our social media.
Yeah.
You can check us out on Instagram at HowDoWeHuman.
Oh, we got that handle.
Facebook at HowDoWeHuman.
I don't think you're ready for that handle.
YouTube at HowDoWeHuman.
We got that handle that has a little button on it and it pops out and it's really satisfying.
You can leave us a voicemail at 323-657-9896.
You end phone numbers on an upswing, and I just keep expecting more numbers.
I think that's on you. Let us know,
It's
listeners.
probably normal.
Let us know, listeners. Am I reading the phone number weird?
It's how I say my name when I'm answering the phone, Evan Cox. Your voice is your choice, and choose to send your voice to send us your voice.
You can also send us an email at howdowehumanpod@gmail.com.
The best part of that handle is that it's an email. So we got a voicemail.
Oh yeah, let's check on those voicemails.
Nope.
Tragic.
Ta-da.
What we do have ta-da, though, is a continuation of our heated trivia battle, Evan. Let's see how we do with these 5 questions. Let's see if the scores change much at all.
I'm losing hope. I said stronger. I feel like I'm getting weaker. Ooh.
Question number 1. What does the BMW logo represent? A propeller, a chessboard, an ocean bay, or a sniper scope?
Interesting. I'm having trouble. Okay, I could vaguely see it.
I have an answer, but I am like, I think it looks more like one of these than
That's
what I'm
kind of
going to
where I'm
answer.
at,
Is
too.
kind of my thing.
Would the Germans go so far as to design a car with a logo that's a sniper scope?
Oh, that's a great
know.
question.
Maybe. I'm between 2, and I'm gonna say propeller.
Propeller's also what I'm gonna say. The one I don't know if we were between the two same ones, but the other one I was between was sniper scope.
Oh, I was thinking chessboard.
Okay,
Could be sniper scope.
but we're both We're both go. It does look like a sniper
does.
scope is kind of the issue,
I'll
but
have to-
it's like, was it because they started making military vehicles? I don't know, but we're
could
both
say?
answering propeller. Let's see if that was correct. It was. So
Hooray!
good on us.
I gotta pull up this logo. Yeah, it's just it is just like a checkerboard.
Yeah.
Or chess for those educated amongst us. Mustard seeds. Guess what? They aren't actually spicy until they're what? Soaked, cooked, crushed, or dehydrated.
I don't know if I've ever had mustard seeds. That being said, I do have an answer, and it is mostly a shot in the dark.
Yeah.
I'm going with dehydrated.
You always got to go for the one I'm going for. I think I'm going for dehydrated too, because the other one I was thinking about was crushed, but it feels
that was the other one I was thinking.
But it feels like wouldn't that be the same thing as just like biting into it?
Exactly. That was my exact reasoning. So let's both go dehydrated, and we're both wrong. It was crushed.
Damn it! All right.
I really felt like we had solid.
I thought, yeah,
reasoning on that
good.
as well. What did the class entering Harvard in the fall of 1967 have for the first time? Tuition, student government, desegregation, or women?
Okay, this is testing. So it feels like desegregation and women are the like of the time civil rights movement.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be a really trick question if it's just like student government, which it maybe it is. I don't know. I feel like a woman. I'm just going to say women. That's my answer.
That's what I'm going to say. Why do you have to go for the one I'm going to go for? That was correct. Hey. So we did both get that one.
All right. I read that wrong. Which Crayola color was named by a 5-year-old? A Tickle Me Pink? A Fuzzy Wuzzy? Periwinkle? Or Razzmatazz?
Oh boy. I'm between two of them.
Oh, I might know this. I just got like a flash from childhood. I have an answer.
I have an answer as well, and I don't think it's right. I think I'm going to get tricked by this question. I'm going to answer Tickle Me Pink.
Oh, you bastard. And this one, because that's my other answer, but I'm going to answer Razzmatazz.
Okay.
Even though that sounds like something an old man would say. Razzmatazz.
Yes! Well, no, you were right. You got it, Evan.
And I wonder if my memory is correct, because I absolutely remember there being a Crayola come up with a new color contest that I wanted to participate in. And I came up with a color, and I called it jazz. And I vaguely remember Razzmatazz feeling like, hey, I wasn't far off. I was on to what they wanted. It was just kind of, mine was like a purple mixed with a bunch of brown.
Razzmatazz was not the other one I was between. I was between Tickle Me Pink and Fuzzy Wuzzy. So I was nowhere close on this one.
It's not widely known, but Fuzzy Wuzzy was actually a bear. And Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair.
Huh.
Yes.
I guess Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't so fuzzy, was he?
Oh, shit.
What?
Never thought about it like
was the final Infinity Stone Thanos obtained in the movie Avengers Infinity
Not a Chris
War?
Question.
The Mind Stone, the Soul Stone, the Space Stone, or the Reality Stone?
Oof.
I feel quite confident that I know this answer.
Fuck. Okay. Against all odds, I'm like, I know the stone. I don't remember what any of them were called. And I can't tell if I'm being tricked. But because you feel confident, I feel like I have to answer first. Otherwise, I'm just stealing your answer.
Yeah, I mean...
And I'm going to say the Mind Stone.
I believe that's correct. That's the one that he rips out of Vision's brain.
I remember
that is correct.
I did it!
Good job, Evan. You closed the gap by 1.
Which I lost a couple weeks
4
ago.
out of 5 correct.
Okay.
So a solid showing.
Looking better.
From you. Let me update our scores real quick. This changes it back to a 5-point game instead of a 6-point game.
That feels better.
The scores: Chris with 40 points and Evan with 35 points.
Cool.
And we're playing to 100. So we got some... It's anybody's game, as they say.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Let's go eat. Am I right?
Yeah, I'm fucking
okay. Bye.
A little less razzmatazz on the bye. Just okay. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Okay.